Good morning. Welcome to another move sesh. It is almost 2022. Only a few more left of this year. Maybe more move sessions are one of your goals for 2022. Maybe your goal is to start working more. I don't know what is happening right here. I need to do that TikTok about the hair. I don't know what's going on. Hey Jen, some of my regulars who do the replay are on with me live this week. I love it. I love it. It's such a weird week. Like that week between Christmas and New Year's. It's just the strangest week. I feel like I'm supposed to be productive, but I feel like I'm supposed to be on holiday. I feel like I'm supposed to be taking on my 2022 goals, and then I feel like I'm supposed to be relaxing still and taking some downtime. But anyways, a little bit of both is happening. All right, let's get started. Say hi if you're joining me. If you're watching, just join me for 10 minutes. Join me for the warm-up at least. Okay, let's get going. Oh. Just move this a little bit. So we're starting with some nice easy twists. Nice easy twists, reaches, loosening the spine, loosening up the hips, just kind of getting the body moving. And I always like to say warming up the mind as much as the body. We need to warm up the body, but I think it's more important almost to warm up the mind, because usually the resistance to moving or exercising or working out or doing the things it's up here, right? It's like, oh, I don't really want to. Oh, I mean, 9:15, I'm like super comfortable on my couch with my coffee, my fireplace is on. Do I really want to do that? Nope, I don't. But if you start out nice and slow and easy in the warm-up, you kind of like, oh, it's not so bad. I'll just go start and see how I feel. Sometimes that's enough to get you going, and then inevitably once you get going, usually you keep going. So that's my trick. I do a nice, gentle, easy warm-up for the first round. We do pick it up in round 2, and then we pick it up again in round 3. But if you're new or just returning, just taking up move sessions, or maybe you've never done my move sessions, or maybe you've been off because of the holidays. Maybe you've been holidaying a lot and you're feeling a little bit bloated and tired and run down because too much food, too much wine, too much shortbread cookies. Just take it easy. The key is always just to get yourself to show up and do something. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about doing everything that I do. Sometimes I don't even do what I think I'm gonna do, because I have bad days too. I mean, honestly, once you're over the age of, I don't know, 25, 28, there's more bad days than good. Not, I mean that like in terms of how we feel like working out wise, not, I don't mean life sucks. Life is what you make it, right? Every day is a gift, but I just mean my running, I have more hard runs than those flowy, blissful flow state runs ever since I turned, as long as I can remember, so a while ago, right? And same with working out. I'm still sore from Tuesday. Anybody else who did Tuesday's workout with me? If you are just catching this on my Facebook page or catching this for the first time, if you are looking for free coaching, then let me know in the comments. Just post help me and I can add you to my Facebook community where we do these live 3 times a week. So you can join us live 3 times a week, 9:15, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Or I have all of my workouts that I do, I post to my YouTube channel. So you can go find them there. They are separated by playlists. So that right now we basically just name them. just for fun. So this, right now we're doing manage the holiday damage. Okay, so now we're picking up the pace a little bit. So if you're looking for help, just write help me in the comments and I will connect with you, and it's totally free. You know, selfishly, the main reason I do these free is because I wouldn't work out without doing these. I would still be on my couch drinking my coffee if I didn't have to show up for the people that are doing these with me. So yes, I'm all about, my word of the year I've settled on is impact, and I'd like to help reach and help more women this year find confidence and a state of comfort and feeling safe. That's the wrong word. I want to help more women feel good about themselves, basically. I want to help more women learn to love their bodies, learn to treat their bodies with respect, learn to treat their bodies like they love them, not like they hate them, learn to accept themselves for who they are. And then once you can accept yourself for who you are today, then you can start stepping into the best version of yourself. But it has to start with you loving yourself right now, not changing anything but your attitude towards yourself, right? Once you can do that, then you can start exercising, changing your diet. But you have to start with the self-image and ensuring that it is positive. And it doesn't matter if you have an extra fluff, right? I gotta admit, I was feeling pretty dang good about myself a few weeks ago when I finished 90 days of no wine and chips. I'd lost 15 pounds. I was feeling lean, light, fit, and then I wouldn't say went off the rails, but I went back to my old habits. So I'm gonna be honest, yes, I did. And as a result, yes, some fluff has come back, and I'm not feeling quite as hot about myself, but my job is to accept and find a way to love the extra fluff when it's there, and not only love myself when I feel like I am the way I want to be. Does that make sense? And anyways, I want to help more women with that this year. So yes, that's the goal. However, the selfish element is that I do these for me. So it's a win-win. It's a two-way street, right? I wouldn't do these without my community. And I'll just say, I'm a personal trainer. So I don't know, there's this notion, I think, at least I used to think, you know, those people that go to the gym, people that working out is part of their, you know, day-to-day life, they like it. I don't think most of them do. Some of them maybe do. They don't like it. They've learned to like what it gives them, right? And that's the key to understand. Don't expect that you're ever gonna love working out. You're never gonna love salad and kale more than you love whatever your favorite indulgence is. I'm never gonna love tea as much as I love wine. But I love how I feel when I take care of myself. And you need to learn to fall in love with that versus over not liking what you don't like, right? The discomfort. Whew. So this is supposed to be the part of the warm-up where we go as hard as we can, fast as you can, if you're ready, if you're there. If not, you take it at your own pace. And that's going to be the case for the whole workout. Today is cardio core. So we always do Tabatas on Thursdays. Just because my brain is dead by Thursdays. I've lost my will to be creative with these workouts. So it's my scapegoat. I'm like, oh, I just got to come up with a Tabata. And we do cardio core often. So we do a little bit of a HIIT workout. Tuesdays we do legs. Wednesdays we do upper body. Thursdays we do more like of a conditioning style of workout. So today we're doing a cardio move alternated with a core move. Where am I? And I am sweating. Somebody turned my heater off yesterday. I'm not sure who that culprit was, but it was a bit chilly in here this morning when I came in. I know I did a vision board workshop last night. Oh, what an amazing group of women that showed up. I'll admit, I put it out, I blasted all over social media. I had my team blasted all over social media. Yesterday I was a little nervous about who was going to come, what I was going to say was going to get received. But it's like funny, it's always just the right people that show up. I got to see Andrea in person on Zoom, so that was exciting. Some old friends showed up and a lot of my team. And we just talked about goals and beliefs. Yes, Jen, oh my gosh, so sure. Like, what on earth is happening? Turn the heater on. Okay. Grab a drink. Bring your heart rate down because we're gonna work. And start out with something gentle. No, we're not. I'm lying. Don't lie. Who have I got? Okay, I got Jen. I have Yvonne. Hey, Yvonne. Linda. Betty. Okay, let's go. You guys ready? We're going to start. We're going to start with burpees, but we're going to do jumping jack burpees, so they're not so bad. They're easy burpees. I lied. We're going to start with TH jacks. We haven't done those in a bit. Okay, TH jacks. So, TH. Okay, low impact looks like this. So no excuses, just modifications. Lose the excuses and find the solutions. That should be a t-shirt. Maybe one of my new t-shirts. Okay, we're going to go into plank. I said you don't need equipment, but I'm going to use my ball. You don't have to use the ball. You can do plank on the floor. You can do plank wherever you want to do plank. High plank, low plank. You're just going into plank. So first, I want you to pull the belly in like somebody's going to punch you. Like somebody's going to punch, or you know when your kids, when they're little, they come running at you and you're like, holy crap, they're going to throw their giant bodies, or your dog comes running at you and you're like, and you brace, tighten your belly like somebody's going to punch you. Okay, that's pulling in your core. We want to start to learn to activate those muscles. They're not the pretty abs, they're not the sexy beach bod abs, but they are the abs that keep your body in good shape. They're your corset? Is that what was it the women used to wear? Is it corset? They're your corset, right? You don't have your corset on, your internal corset. Things aren't held in place. Things aren't held in place. That's not good. That's where we get problems. We get problems with, oh, I'm feeling my core from yesterday too. Just my whole body from this week. That's where we get back pain, we get hip pain. Oh my gosh, we can even get ankle pain when our core isn't working the way it's supposed to. Okay, TH jacks. So we're starting easy-ish. And we're going to increase intensity a little bit. But remember to go at your own pace. Take breaks anytime you need to. Saw Linda was watching. Linda, I hope you're feeling better. So many people are sick right now, and I'm not talking about Omicron. I just mean with colds and just winter sickness, right? Tis the season. I had it before Christmas. I took a COVID test, I was fine. It kind of touched a couple of my kids. They got a little teeny tiny touch of it. They took tests, they were negative. So it's just, sometimes I think it's because we go so hard in our life, and then we take vacation, like we're off. And you know, you go so hard in life, and then you also put on top of that Christmas, like preparation for Christmas, all the stress and anxiety that is being served up to us right now if we allow it to. You know, there's a lot right now that we can feel stressed and anxious and down about, right? And you know, that affects your immune system, right? Like how you manifest stress, anxiety. Honestly, I went to the grocery store last night to get a few things well, to get some wine, actually. Fess up. I'm going back, saying it here, I'm saying it loud and proud. It's making me slightly queasy to say it, but I'm going back to no wine, no chips starting January 2nd. With the exception of my birthday, I'm allowed to have wine on my birthday. So I'm going back to that. So yeah, I'm guilty. I'm like everybody else. I'm just kind of enjoying the things right now, and then it'll be time to hunker down come January 2nd. So that's why it's called manage the damage. It's like have a little fun, but don't go completely off the rails. Don't completely lose it. Don't give up on everything. But you can have a little fun. Like you can't be plugged in 100% of the time. I think that if you're like, think of an athlete. Okay, we're doing jack burpees next. Think about an athlete. They train to be in peak fitness, right? For say the season of their sport, their goal is to be in peak fitness for their event. They don't stay in peak fitness forever, right? Like, so, I mean, we're not athletes in training necessarily. Okay, we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna do boat. Again, you don't have to use a ball. I'm just, got down really fast. Just trying to challenge myself a little extra right now with the core work to help my ankle. So my physio said, essentially when the ankle is off, right? Like, so I sprained my ankle a few weeks ago. It's good. There's still a lump on it, scar tissue. And when there's scar tissue on something, it restricts the movement. So when the movement is restricted for my ankle, my hips are wanting to collapse, or my knee is wanting to collapse. And so, funny, right? How to do rehab on my ankle, I need to strengthen my core. But that's the way our body is. So that's why I'm adding the ball. I lost my train of thought, but if you want to add some pulses here, if you are using a ball, I want you to squeeze it. If you're not using a ball, you can still squeeze your feet together. You can target these muscles by imagining a ball between your feet and squeezing it. And you're going to kind of engage just extra, a little bit extra. Whew. Oh, I was talking about, you can't be, there's the saying that, I like the saying, I'm all in. I'm all in for the long haul. So the misnomer of that is I gotta be doing all the things all the time, every day. I don't see it that way. I see all in, like if you, let's say your goal this year, you're like, I'm going all in on my health and fitness. I want to lose some weight. I want to build some muscle. I want to get stronger. You know, I want to improve my heart health. I want to be sleeping well. I want great energy, right? You want to go all in. You want to feel like $1,000,000. Woo. That doesn't mean you have to work out 3 hours a day and you can't ever have wine and, you know, you have to give up everything. What it means is it's a part of your every single day, at least in a little bit, right? So it's at least every day you do at least one thing that contributes to that thing that you're going all in on. So it might be some days, like right now, it's my daily move, right? Like I do my daily moves, my daily run. I drink my water. I definitely focus on getting my greens. That's just something that I do. Like it's just, I gotta have a salad. I gotta have lettuce. I gotta have some veggies every single day. Like that is just, no matter how bad I'm being, that's just part of what I have to do. Right, so you have your baseline, and then there's times, like for 90 days that I did no wine, no chips, pretty much no alcohol. I didn't replace it with other things. I just went all in. Like in my business, they call those 90-day runs. So in my business, we do these things called 90-day runs. Basically, it's like your business moves to the top of your priority list. It's your focus. You drop other things, right? Like sometimes my laundry, my house isn't as clean. The meals aren't as great. They're never very great if I'm responsible for them. Like you really focus on the thing. So for my health, like I went 90 days, no wine, no chips, and everything was about running, right? But then you have to take a break. Like you can't do that all the time. So think about like you're training for the Olympics, like you're training. You have seasons, right? You have off season, in season, all that stuff, right? So think about that for your life. Like you don't have to be, right now, like going into January is a great day to do a 90-day run. It's a great time because it's a beginning, right? I like the motivation of spring. So I like thinking about where I'm going. So every time I want to not do the things. Okay, we're doing skaters next. Okay, so we're jumping back and forth. So you want to go as fast as you can, or you can jump, or you can step them. I like the idea, I mean, I'm in my head, I'm going Florida, March 3rd, guys. Till someone says I can't, I am going. Okay, we're gonna do bicycles. Actually, no, we're gonna do rope climbs. We haven't done those in a long time. Okay, rope climbs. So every time I don't want to do the things, I think, ooh, March isn't that far away. Spring isn't that far away. I want to feel good. I want to feel lean. I want to feel light. I want to feel fit and energetic. I think where we go wrong is where we have to, like I was saying, we have to be able to love ourselves now and look at it like we're putting the icing and sprinkles on, right? Like we're just trying to be better. We're not saying, oh, I hate myself right now. I'll only love myself if I'm X, Y, Z. That's not fair. Okay, rope climbs. One of the things we talked about in the workshop last night, it was interesting because one of the ladies that came, I asked everyone at the beginning, have you thought about your goals, right? Like I've been talking about them for a couple weeks now. Like I've been thinking about them. Honestly, I've been thinking about them since November closed. Because November was a kind of peak. November was my Olympics. So it was the culmination of, it was my event, and in my mind, I won the gold. Like November was kind of a pinnacle in my life. And so in December was kind of a month where I was absorbing the accomplishment and harnessing the belief. You know, when you accomplish something that you've had your eyes on for a long time, it makes you believe you can accomplish more, right? That's why it's really important to take action, even if it's messy, ugly action. Like Jen. Jen kind of just trusted and believed and went for it this year, and looking back was like, I would never have believed it if you told me this in January, right? And what does that give you? That gives you this enormous surge of belief. And then you got to harness that. And you got to use it as fuel to set the next goal, right? You celebrate it, but it's the best fuel. It doesn't last forever, does it? Because the minute, you know, you get back to the grind in real life, you forget. So I'm still kind of riding high on it, to be honest. But December was all about goals, like, because I had this enormous surge of belief in what I can accomplish. And so we talked about that last night in the call, about setting your goal for what you want, not what you think you can get. And so one of the ladies said at the beginning of the call, okay, so the next one we're going to do is going to be all cardio. We're going to do pogo hops. I'm not going to lie, they suck. So she said, no, I haven't thought about my goals. I haven't really thought about them, which is crazy to me because I've not thought about anything else, right? So it goes to show you like your perception of, and then she said, I have huge dreams. So it was interesting that she hadn't thought about her goals, but yet she had huge dreams. And that tells me that she is doing like what a lot of us do. When we have big dreams, they're off in the future, right? Like you're like, I really want to do this someday. And you push it way out. And what you actually want to do is bring it in close to you and step into it before you get there. Like you want to embody the end result. And I was taught that a couple years ago by a coach. My coach, her name is Kathleen Cameron.
Activity completed.
She learned how to do this. Okay, so it's these guys. She learned how to do this. And she went from being she was a nurse practitioner, making 6 figures, doing well for herself, working hard. She learned how to do this. She built a company teaching it. And her company grossed $12 million last year. So if you look her up, she's been featured in, you know, articles. I think she was featured in Women to Watch for 2021. It's a massive success story. So she was my coach. She taught me that material. It's like, it's The Secret, right? When we read The Secret, it seems too good to be true. It's too easy. But the thing is, it's simple. It's not easy to embody that way of thinking. And that way of thinking, so I'll give you an example. One of the ladies that was on the call yesterday, her name's Jody Lynn. I work with her in my company. She's a mom of 5. I shared her story, I think. She's a mom of 5. She looks like you or me. Probably like me when I had my first baby. She looks like a regular, average mom of 5. Well, last year she set a goal to compete in a fitness competition. So, you know, the ones where you wear the little bikinis and the heels and I can't do it. You pose, and she went to work. So if you can imagine, and I'm somewhat fit and healthy, but could you imagine right now your body looking like that? Like I can't. it's somewhat unbelievable, right? But something in her embodied that end result and brought it to her, and she accomplished it in a year. What we do is we take these big goals and we put them, we think, oh, we mistake that achieving big things takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And it's not about that. It's really about attracting the right things into your life. Am I even jumping right now? I feel like I'm so bad at these. I feel my legs though. It's about an energy and it's about a belief. And when you believe and decide you're going to do something, the things that you need to make that thing happen are going to show up for you. Like often, it's meeting the right person, right? It's a matter of meeting one person that can change your whole life, can change the trajectory of your whole life. And this year, I was thinking about, we're sitting here right now looking at what we accomplished in the last year, right? So you're sitting here, oh, that's it, thank God. Celebrating your success. Or are you like, you know, I feel like I could have done more, right? And so the next year will go by. Like, it doesn't matter. If we do nothing, if we change nothing, we're still gonna be sitting there a year from now, right? Okay, we're gonna do burpee. No, we're gonna do mountain climbers. Mountain climbers with core. How's everyone doing? I actually couldn't believe Andrea came yesterday because I was like, oh man, have you not gotten enough of my babbling yet? All right, mountain climbers. Let's do high-low. So 8 high, 8 low. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, I couldn't even lift my knees there for a sec. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Whew. All right, let's do some push-ups, guys. This year, my goal, I feel like last year I learned it. This year I'm going to practice it. It's scary. It's really scary. Because if you think about it, and I never believed this before, I thought this was crazy. You think you want massive change in your life, right? Like you think, but the thought of actually having it is terrifying. The thought of actually being in a position to go buy my dream home, the thought of actually being in a position to retire my husband so he doesn't have to work the crazy hours and conditions that he is working in is terrifying. You know, the thought of having a business that's doing what I envision it doing is terrifying. It's a lot easier to stay small, right? The thought of starting that 200-mile foot race I signed up for is positively terrifying. It is. I got 7 months, just over 7 months to wrap my head around it. My goal is to, you know, I want to show people. I want to show you guys. You might not want to be in a fitness competition. I don't want to be in a fitness competition. You might not want to run 200 miles. But there's something, right? There's something that you really, really want to do. What is it? One more round. It always feels so good to move, doesn't it? Okay, one last set of push-ups. I got this. How's your push-ups, ladies? Those of you that did the Grand Slam. Oh my God, keep going. Oh, those are tough. Okay. We're gonna do some good old basketball jumps next. Everyone's quiet today. Did you guys mute me? Sometimes I wish I could mute myself. Because sometimes I exhaust myself, I'm not gonna lie. So some of the things that you can look back on that you might have forgotten about is reflect back to January, February, March. Like, how did the warm-up feel to you? Were you able to do full push-ups? How did burpees feel to you? You know, how long were you able to hold plank? What was hard then that's not as hard anymore? How quickly did you recover during the recovery parts, right? Those are things sometimes we don't celebrate that are huge because they are reflective of our health. Whew. This is a long 20 seconds. Okay. We're going to do plank marches. I am not good at these. So we're going to do them. So locking the knee, lifting with the glute. It's the part I have a hard time with. Pulling that core in. Okay, back to basketball jumps. Try if you're jumping, and you can do these without jumping. If you are jumping, try to really propel yourself up. That's the goal, is to work that explosiveness. So let me know too. I'm doing the 60-day, no wine, no chips. Let me know if you want to do something with me, because I need somebody, I need accountability, guys. I feel like, I know Betty, I know you're in. Betty, what are you gonna do for 60 days? Jen, calling you guys. I know you can do it. What do you want to do that's different? Something new. Something you haven't done yet for 60 days. Maybe it's even something self-care wise. Maybe you want to read. Maybe you want to visualize, like do, oh, that was terrible. Do like a 5-minute visualization. Maybe you want to journal for, you know, a few minutes every day. Water intake. I'm going to do a water challenge in my wellness group for January. I'm going to start incorporating monthly challenges into that group as well, but wellness-based ones. What else could you do? Maybe it's a financial thing. Maybe you, I don't know. I don't like to do those kind of things. I'm supposed to. That's supposed to be my goal this year, is debt repayment. It is. I don't have a plan for it yet, other than it's kind of like dieting. It's like, can I just work out more? Or do I actually have to give up wine and chips? I could just, maybe just run more. It doesn't work that way. And I feel like finance doesn't really work that way either. Financial goals. I've tried it for years and it never seems to work. I can just make more money. But if you don't change the behaviors, the results never change. So I just, you know, you make more money, but you don't ever pay the debt off. So I gotta fix that. That's my hard one this year that I'm gonna work on. As part of my master plan to retire my husband and move to our dream home, possibly out west. Not sure yet. That's the part I haven't figured out yet, where we want to go. I'm actually quite glad I don't live west right now because it's stinking cold out there. It is so cold. Okay, we're going to finish with a corset. We're going to do side plank. We did these yesterday, I know. But I want to do them again. Actually, no, we're going to do leg circles. Because those are a really good one for what we're working on right now. Like the focus right now, you're going to see woven through all our workouts is that corset, strengthening that corset. I'm going to call it the corset. So those muscles that you brace because someone's going to punch you, like that's the thinking. Think that's where we're going to work right now. Okay, so you're on your back, leg is up, and you're doing those little circles. So the key is to understand is that the corset has to be engaged so the hips aren't moving, just that leg, and they're little tiny circles, almost barely, you can barely see them. You're drawing them with your leg. You can hover this other leg, the leg that's down, you can hover it an inch above the ground, or you can rest it on the ground, whatever you need to do at the moment, but you don't want movement. You don't want this leg moving, and you don't want your hips moving. You want that belly pulled in so that only this leg is moving. So like I always visualize like a Barbie doll, and you move her body part, and nothing else moves, right? Like just the leg. So picture your leg doing that, and picture, you remember, this is like anatomy, right? Like remember, obviously our legs don't actually like this, but how Barbie's hip was like, if you pulled, did you ever pull Barbie's legs off? Or you had a little brother that did? It has that ball. That's what you're thinking of. Like just that hit, that ball and socket is what I want you to visualize with that leg moving, but the hip staying still. So you should feel those muscles tightened the whole time, stabilizing while you move the leg. And when you're running, when you're walking, you know, whatever you're doing, dancing, Zumba, tennis, like whatever you're doing, golf, that's what you want to be happening. You want those muscles to be behaving like a corset while your limbs can move. almost done. And this is the last move session of 2021. How exciting is that? Betty, we made it. I think I only missed, well, you didn't miss any, I don't think. I think I only missed the ones when I missed one when I was sick a couple weeks ago, and I missed a week, I think, when my ankle was wrecked. Is that it? No, we have 2 more blasted things. One more each side. Let's go. Last one on the right leg. Last minute. I mean, you still have, today's the 30th, right? 30th? Yeah. 2 days left of 2021. Jen, I think that Jen hasn't missed one either. Sherilyn, Dawn, we have our new joinees, Ashley, Andrea. Congratulations on another move sesh in the books. Yvonne, what an amazing 2021. Cheers. Have an awesome New Year's, and I look forward to seeing you next week and next year. Bye.